Hello, everybody. I'm starting just a little bit early. I wanted to make sure I got everything hooked up as I usually do. And it takes a while for my computer to load. Oh, I think. Okay. Let's just keep watching here. There. Now I'm seeing me. Cool. That's wonderful. Well, I wait for a couple people to show up because I did say. Oh, okay. Thank you, Jan, for liking my post and sharing it a few seconds ago. So I know you're getting ready to join me. I'm pretty sure Bernie will probably join me. And that's great. I always appreciate you guys. Aha. Jan, she made it. Wonderful. That is just great. Hi, Jan. I can see that you're watching. That's wonderful. And one more minute before I get started. So that's even better. Let's see, before I make sure I have everything. Okay, it's 6:30. Thank you for joining me tonight. My name is Cindy Ellers. I'm from the Neillsville area, which is central Wisconsin. I've been a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator for approximately 10 years. I'm going to be sharing another tip with you tonight. And if you'd be so kind to share my video, this video will be posted on Facebook. And so that you'll be able to watch it there. I'll also, I forgot to turn my lights on. I'm sitting here in the dark. I also post it to YouTube so you can see it there also. So my tip tonight is, now that Stampin' Up! Has given us for our red rubber stamp sets, they have given us the plastic now will stick. And so what do you do with this leftover of what the stickers were on? And an example of this is one that goes right here. And as you can see, it sticks really good. You don't have to go and use glue anymore or your adhesive. It sticks nicely. So what I have been doing is, when I need to, I keep these. This is the sheet that comes in the pack. I keep that, and I take my Picket tool with the pointy end, and I'll show you. This is just a piece. Let's move. Oh, before I get going, our Stampin' Up! Occasions catalog is still in effect. Celebration is done, but the Occasions catalog is still in effect. And there's a lot of great things in there. Another thing to remember is that Stampin' Up! Will be announcing the 2017 to 2019 in colors will be retiring. So if you don't have your re-inkers, or if there's one you really like, now is the best time to go and stock up on that stuff. I'd be honored. Just go to my store, use my host code. It's as easy as that. Okay, let me put this aside. so I can show you what I mean. What I did was I just took my backing paper and cut off a strip. Okay? With my Picket tool, I separate it. So, of course, it's a lot easier to do than if my camera wasn't turned on. Of course. Okay, so see, I have it separated. This is the non-sticky part. I'll just throw that away. This is the sticky part. What I'm going to do is take the backing off there. And just go and attach it to my stamp, like so. Trim it. And so now, when I get ready to use this particular stamp, I can just put it on a block, and it's ready to go. And it's no more problems. Okay. And as always, with our Picket tool, we can go and take the pointy part out, so we have the spatula. That spatula is the cat's meow when it comes time to remove our stamps from the block. One thing they caution you is that you don't want to go and just rip it off. You know, you're going to want to, you don't want to just take it and rip it off, because then you'll rip this sponge padding. Using your fingernail or the Picket tool, just take it off like that. It's very easy. And that is my weekly tip. So keep these little sheets. They're great for adding stickers to your stamp sets that don't have it. Okay? So let's go and make a stamp. Let's make a card using this Vertical Greetings stamp set. Now, this is a stamp set that I wasn't really crazy about, but I always kind of liked it. I always thought, this is really pretty. But I always had something else that I was on my wish list, and so that's what I had instead. But anyway, this is the one we're going to use. Here's the stamp. Let me put this up here. Here's the stamp we're going to use. And here's the Vertical Greeting. Okay. We're going to use Call Me Clover, ink, and Night of Navy. Okay. Here's our card base. It is Call Me Clover base. So it's 8.5 by 4 1/4, scored at 5.5. Okay, and I used my bone folder to burnish it. There's our base. Okay, now get my glue. I'm going to sit down. It's just a little bit easier for me. I'm going to put a little bit of, and if you know me, I like to open my card all the way up. It just makes it a little easier. I'm going to add my Happiness Blooms Designer Series paper. And one nice thing about white glue, it does forgive. Okay, so there's that. And then we're going to put this piece right there. Okay, we'll go and use our Night of Navy ink. And I'm going to go and stamp my vertical greeting. Oh, I got a little bit of ink right there. One nice thing about that, there's always the other side. There, much better. Okay, I'm going to put that right there. As you noticed when I posted that I'd be doing a Facebook Live tonight, I couldn't do it Tuesday night because I was in the woods gathering sap. And I keep track of all the sap that we've gathered, how much syrup the husband has cooked and stuff. We're halfway. We're halfway with our goal. So that's kind of nice. Okay. I'm going to put this right here for now. I like to lay out my card before I actually glue it down. Just seems a little easier. Okay. Close that. And here's our plant. Okay. Now I need to... How long does sap season last? Well, Jan, sap season lasts way too long. It is one of these hobbies that, as they usually say, that's out of control. Unfortunately for me, it's not my hobby, it's the husband's hobby. And as far as I'm concerned, it could be done tomorrow, but that ain't gonna happen. What did last year? We collected 7,000 gallons of sap. Jim made, altogether, they made about 200 gallons of syrup. And I just sold the last 2 gallons, or last 2 quarts of syrup just this past weekend. So it's just one of those hobbies that you really, the sap season lasts until the maple trees bud. Once they bud out, then you're done. But I was checking the trees down in the woods yesterday, and those trees don't have any buds on them at all. So I got a feeling it's going to be going for a while. So, okay, now what I did was I took Night of Navy, and I just wanted the base inked up. Like that. Okay. Put that right there. And now what I'm going to do is cut this out. I was grateful to have a day off today. I got a lot of stamping done to keep me caught up. There, and what I did was the plant base, I went and cut it out. I'm going to take some mini dimensionals, 2 of them probably. Yeah. And put them right like this. There, perfect. I love it. Okay, we'll go and now I know that we did it right, so we'll glue this down. Okay, we'll take our big dimensionals, which I've done this forever. I cut mine in half. They go farther, and a lot of times the mini ones are just a little bit too small. The big ones are just a little bit too big. So these half ones work the best. Hi, Heather Canoop. Thank you for joining us tonight. You'll be able to watch the whole video once I'm done, but we're just going to make a card right here using the vertical greetings, which is becoming a favorite stamp set. I'm going to put this right here, right about there. Yep. Okay. Now, that's kind of... Well, hello, Rochelle. I'm glad that you could join us. That's wonderful. Somehow I misplaced my bow folder. And there are times that I do tie a bow. Not very often, but I do. And I told Jim I had to make myself a new one. I'll find it. It's just a matter of... I haven't found it yet. I don't know what I did with it. But this will work. I wanted to make me a little bow. Okay, put that aside. And I need a mini glue dot. I'll go and take that. I'm not a great fan of bows, but I felt this card needed a little bow. I just attached it with my mini glue dot. Let's just trim our edges. Okay, now it's time to go and stamp something in the middle. I'm going to stamp "You Are Amazing," and that can be found in the All Things Stamps, All Things Thanks stamp set. And again, I'll be using navy. Good. And you'll see I didn't center it because I have a piece of designer series paper. If you ever have attended any of my classes, you'll know I like to go and I use up all the paper I can and decorate the inside. You can see my paper is a little bit too long. Easy to fix. We'll just cut that off. Okay. All right. Well, our card's almost done. That's what it's going to look like on the inside. Thank you, John. Thank you, Jan. I think it turned out cute too. Well, Bernie, better. And it was really not your fault because who knew I was going to get the day off? Who knew that I was going to be able to stamp my afternoon away rather than hauling sap, which makes me very happy. Anyway, here's our card. Like I said, you'll be able to catch the replay of my tip, and that tip is what to do with these sheets that you get your stamps on now. These sticky sheets work great on. They're the best thing in the world for stamps that have none. So this one, I don't have this one done yet, but I have this one done. And so that's working pretty good. Okay? Well, thank you. I'm glad you liked the card. You might see something similar to this at my kit class at the end of the month. Again, this is Cindy's Stamping Studio. If you need anything stamping, I'd be honored if you would let me be your demonstrator. Here's my April host code, and I hope everybody has a great week. Thanks for tuning in. Take care.